Winnebago Industries has announced that it has reached a definitive agreement with Newmar Corporation to purchase Newmar for $344 million approximately. Good morning, everybody. Andrew Steele here. It is another beautiful day down here in Arizona. And when I was reading the news this morning, I came across a couple articles that are pretty big in the RV industry and thought I would take this morning to sit down and kind of fill you in on this information that I learned. Winnebago's adding Newmar to their portfolio. That also includes Grand Design, and they also recently acquired Chris-Craft, the boat company. So very interesting that Winnebago is going after the higher build quality brands. Grand Design, actually, I have a lot of friends that own Grand Designs, and in the travel trailer and towable market, Grand Design is really at the top of the line as far as build quality. So very interesting that Winnebago's acquiring Chris-Craft, Grand Design, and now Newmar. So they really have like one of the top production towable companies, one of the top production fiberglass coach companies, and then one of the top boat companies. Any of you that know about boating at all knows Chris-Craft is a top of the line unit. So very interesting that they're going after the creme de la creme. I also want to tell you a couple previous companies, previous transactions similar to this, what's happened, and just kind of break you guys in on all the information that I'm getting. As we all know, Newmar is a top of the line fiberglass RV. They're basically the top of the food chain before you go to Prevost or Newell or anything north of $1 million. They've got models like the King Air and the Essex that are close to $1 million, and really they have the most expensive RVs on the market. And I have been a little bit critical of Newmar in some of my earlier videos, so I hope they're not too mad at me. But because they're kind of at the top of the top, they're held to the highest of standards, and that's why when a few of my clients had problems with their coaches, I was happy to share those with you guys, because we need to hold the RV industry to a higher standard. Some of you may remember that Winnebago recently bought Country Coach out of Medford, Oregon, and that was a few years ago, and we thought maybe there was going to be some major changes, but really I didn't notice a few things. To me, it seemed like maybe they were using some of the Country Coach finishes in some of their tours and higher end, and Itasca Ellipses, some of the higher end rigs, but I didn't ever see like a new Country Coach line or anything. So it seems like Winnebago has been trying to get in the higher end diesel pusher game for a while now. The Tour just hasn't ever really caught traction. Same thing with the Itasca Ellipse, that's their other branch. And buying Newmar is kind of them. They're definitely making a huge acquisition here. So this all happened on September 13th, 2019. Fresh information here. I'm reading this on sgbonline.com, so it popped up in my news feed this morning. The consideration consists of $270 million in cash and a fixed amount of 2 million shares of Winnebago Industries stocks. Now keep in mind, Newmar is privately owned. 2 million shares of Winnebago Industries stock represents a multiple of 5.25 Newmar's last 12 months. Privately owned company manufactures premium Class A diesel and gas motorhomes as well as Super C motorhomes, generated revenue of $661 million and adjusted EBITDA of $55.2 million as of June 2019. Everyone knows Newmar is definitely the highest of the highest. Now, Winnebago definitely isn't known for the same level of build quality, but they're also not known for poor build quality like some of the other major names out there. So I would have to say, out of all of the companies that could acquire Newmar, there's not very many that could acquire Newmar. It's probably good that Winnebago. I like Winnebago. I used a 2016 V10 gas Winnebago for a couple years. Thought that was a really cool rig. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is I have noticed a lot of quality control issues in late model Newmars, more so than other models. Comparing them to Tiffins, we seem to see a lot more slide out issues on the Newmars. I've got a couple clients that have had a couple fire issues in Newmar, so there's been a lot more major complaints in Newmars that I've heard about, more so than any other manufacturers. And I want to talk about another company. It didn't get very much publicity, but about 2 or 3 years ago now, Thor owns Jayco, and Jayco bought Integra. And there was all this buzz that when Thor and Jayco bought Integra, that there was going to be some type of nosedive in quality, and Integra was really known for having high quality rigs. And I have to say that as someone that has my ear to the ground, the newer Integras, I've met a lot of happy customers. So who knows what's going to happen in the future, but currently there was no major difference in quality when that acquisition was made. So they're saying that Newmar is still going to act as a distinct business within Winnebago Industries, but Winnebago is definitely the parent company, so it's going to be very interesting to see what changes are made. And Matthew Miller, the president of Newmar, is going to continue to work for Newmar as well. So sounds like they're going to just kind of stay the course and bless the private owners of Newmar. They are cashing out today, and hey, they earned it. They built one of the biggest, best manufacturers in the RV industry, and that's kind of a dream probably for them, to sell out to a big corporation and take a huge check, and their children's children are probably going to be set, and who knows what they're going to get involved in. So huge congratulations to Newmar selling to Winnebago. Huge congratulations to Winnebago for acquiring Newmar, and just wanted to keep you all in the loop this morning. It's going to be really interesting to see how this all unfolds. Now, Winnebago Industries is a corporation and Newmar was privately owned. So definitely things are getting shaken up in the RV industry today. Thought I'd keep you all in the loop. So really appreciate all of you for watching today's video. If you want to see more RV related content like this, make sure to subscribe. And now it's time to take Sadie for a walk. She's been patiently waiting here while I film this video. So it's a beautiful day here. We're in Fountain Hills, Arizona. This is my hometown here, and just a beautiful place to be. Hope you're all having a great day.